Hello, today I will be reviewing what we worked on August 10th and 11th. It's a good way to make sure that you got everything done, or if you were absent, this will review what you can work on. This says period 5, but it applies to periods 1 through 7. Please go to this week's date. If you do not see this here, you might see the words view more. Click on that to find warm up. Now, when you click on this form, bear in mind this is not for a grade. It is something we will work on a little bit every morning. So you fill it out, you click next, and then you will see some questions. That is not for a grade, but I would like you to complete it by the end of the week so that we can discuss it. Next, I reviewed some vocabulary which you will not find on here. These are just some words for 6th grade students that I want you to be familiar with. Accuracy, reading words without error, something that we strive for as we become much more fluent readers, which leads to the word fluency that ties in all of that. And we are looking at some examples this week with Not Buddy. Inference, a logical guess. If a girl in a story jumps out of bed, startled and frightened, and her hair's a mess, and she starts panicking, I have my clues. What I already know in my schema is maybe her alarm did not go off or a loud noise woke her up. So we can make the inference that perhaps something has occurred, that maybe she's late for work, even though they don't say it, or there is an intruder in her home, even though they have not said it. And that is what an inference is. We will touch on that a lot this year. Mental images are something we tie into visualization. We want to imagine what we're reading. Paraphrase is a vocabulary word you will need this week, putting these words into your own words and not just copying the text. Summarize falls quite closely to that, where you reduce large sections of your text. Again, looking at this anchor chart, just talking about what it was mostly about and what the author is trying to tell you without putting your opinion in there. Reading strategies. Do you stop and ask questions? I've given you examples of the way I read. Do you make predictions? Do you stop and look up words? Do you read things at least twice? Stamina, much like working out, you want to start by trying to read 5 minutes a day and then 10 minutes a day, and honestly, just setting a timer on your phone, striving to become better. Literacy, just the ability to read and write as a 6th grader. And then here are some of the words that you will need to study. You do have a test in about a week during the 3rd week of school. So that leads me to your vocabulary words. You can find them under here on week 2, vocabulary to study. I do recommend saving this photo to your phone or device. I also made the Quizlet link easy to access here. Click there. And this is another great way to study the words. You can click on flashcard and ideally work your way down this list. Match can be pretty fun. Make sure you look at the options or settings of gravity to slow down the game. We then went on to read Bud Not Buddy. Now pay close attention to this, because if you do not have the physical book, under 6 weeks resources, there is a PDF link to Bud Not Buddy. I cannot find it, and I realize that I need to click View More, and it will load. Bud Not Buddy PDF copy of book. We read chapter 1 in class. The entire book is on here. Please only read chapter 1. You do also have the option of listening to the audio on YouTube videos here. Afterwards, we went to, so do give yourself about 10 to 15 minutes to listen to that. We went to August 10th through 14th and found the chart, challenge, and triumphs practice. I'm sorry, not that one. It should be called Bud Not Buddy. We are on the topic of Bud Not Buddy. This is later in the week. Bud Not Buddy. I worked chapter 1 in slide in class with you. Here it is. We are working on this together. So when you click on it, you will see that slide 1 is already filled out from the ideas we did in class. Again, just a reminder, challenges and triumphs are both types of obstacles. One just is negative and one is positive. You're looking to put in your opinion based on the evidence from the text, from the story. If you have been struggling with this, I do need you to email me, but we will be practicing it a lot. There are more than 3 things you could have written, and you decide which ones you choose. Same here. And very important to show your writing skills, that you can turn this into a paragraph. And that is all that we did. Please make sure you are studying these vocabulary words. And thanks again for trying. I know you're trying your best. Give yourself grace. Talk to your family members on what's going on with technology, getting to class on time, and reaching out to me on Remind.